Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll run. Here's Toine. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Toine, 75 yards. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 70 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I'm not sure that you would call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Play action. It's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone.
Do you remember Hulk Hogan's final match in the WWE?
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position. And this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. Second and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even give up a defensive touchdown.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 97 yards. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is
Before
up to
pinning
8.
him for the
After one, 14,
After this match, Hogan was gone off the
Sports.
WCW in 1994 and didn't return to the WWE until 2002. So who was the photographer that shot that fireball? It was Harvey Whipple.
As they've got it as we resume
This
action.
costume represents what a Japanese photographer is.
Still showering in something like this? Then you need this.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's second and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 60 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is what
and yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They fake the handoff, now Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner,
Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Play action, now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times
Get a
in order to have a chance to win this game.
Get a free Cool Tone Muscle Strengthening and Toning.
Goff. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away. It falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Short throw to Smith. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They complete it to Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins...
Call the police and let them handle it, okay? I just didn't want anyone to.